Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Truth Council 23 with me, Truth Nunez, and our spiritual council. We're so thankful to be here with all of you to share today's collective energetic read. Keep in mind, we are reading collective energies. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You are and forever will be the masters of your experiences, what you will or what you will not into this creation. We're going to go ahead and get started right away by honoring and thanking our spiritual council. I want to honor and thank mi abuelita Gladys Nunez Maldonado. I also want to honor and thank mi abuelito Felix Antonio Nunez. I invite you to do the same as I'm getting the name James, as I do honor and thank your trusted ancestors, those that protect and love and guide you. I invite you to honor whatever religious force, whatever spiritual force, whatever makes you feel good, grounded, and connected to the all as you are in this experience. You can also take a moment of silence to be in silence with yourselves, and that's also more than enough. Let's get started. I'm getting the name Joanne for some. For some, there's an older feminine, an ancestor that sacrificed all of her energy for you. For some of you, I'm getting a Queen of Spades. This could have been a mother figure, a mom or a grandma, but someone, it's like they wanted to cocoon. Spirit's showing me like a child being cocooned by a feminine energy that would have done anything to protect you, even in death, even to go as far as to sacrifice their energy to then become like a shell of protection for you. It's actually quite beautiful. Like someone wanted to protect you from anything, and after this person passed away, for some, it's like you started to be challenged by life, but this person wanted you to always remember that she was present even in your strife, and it's a really beautiful thing. It's like you're protected by a shell and you don't even know it, or you may not be like consciously aware, but you can feel it because things could be happening in your life and you're like, wow, that could have ended really terribly, but for some reason you're always saved, you're always healthy, relatively healthy, your body's healthy, your mind is healthy, despite the fact that you have life's challenges. You still clean. You still clean. For some of you, like to clean a lot. For some of you, your ancestors like that you clean. You still clean. You're still able to function. You're still able to enjoy life, and despite whatever happens around you, and you have to almost, thank that ancestor for that level of protection, because that person helps you and and even dodges things, you know, in your field, protects you. It's like a warrior spirit, like your grandma is a warrior, or your great auntie, or whoever. But it's a really, it's coming in as a feminine energy. But someone is very, it's like, you have a beautiful light and someone wants to protect it for you from any attacks. And so that person has, like, their energy has transformed, has been made sacred to be your shield. Isn't that interesting? Because, and it was done all in love. It's not like this person, there was no crazy ritual attached to this. It's just what that person, they were, this energy came in yesterday's reading, but we didn't really elaborate too much on it. But somebody willfully gave their life. Was it in yesterday's or the day before? Somebody willfully gave their life to become like your maiden, your mistress. Like, I'm getting mistress of terror in the Hierophant, spirit saying the Hierophant. I'm getting the mistress of terror in the Bosch's tarot, which is the high priestess, to help you reinforce that psychic ability, that feminine intuition. But in the mistress of terror, they show like this creature protecting, this could be for a man, because they show this creature protecting a man who's kind of like in bed, and spirit's giving that to relate it to coucher in the voodoo tarot, which is the hermit. So someone's been protecting your process of ascension, of some type of wisdom, of maybe for some you're going or you've been through, since someone passed in your family, you've been through a very difficult time, but it's like you're more connected to that being because that being is always present. And you've been going through some difficult initiations, but that being is your mistress in the terror, because in the Bosch's tarot, again, high priestess energy, this divine feminine entity, it turns into a little like rat looking thing, and it's like it's screeching and protecting the being from anyone else. It's really interesting, or from evil eyes, or from anything. And this being is just couché. They're just in bed like the hermit. They're just resting and recovering and recuperating their energy and replenishing and getting back to that divine light. Star energy, this could have to do with an Aquarius. Something could have happened in February for some, or the winters tend to bring that energy more, it makes you more conscious of it. It's really beautiful, my lovies, I have to say. I have to say. What is up? What is up? 10:16 on the clock. 10 cis, something about a cyst. Something about cysts. For some of you, you can have cysts. 10:16 on the clock, and 10:16 is 8 energy. As we technically reading for 8 energy, we are reading for Gregorian August 17th, 2023, Jupiter Day, August 17th, 2023. Keeping in mind that in spirituality and spiritual realms, our Gregorian construct of time does not govern all angles, all angels, and so it's important to keep in mind that whenever you are brought to this video is when you're supposed to watch it, and if you're not brought here, that means that you're not even listening to this. On some level you are, though, because we are all connected on different levels. There are over 40 calendar systems currently active and endless ways to tell time, but for our purposes, technically we are reading for whenever spirit wants us to read for, but we are reading for August 17th, 2023. 17 energy is 8 energy, procedure energy. For some of you have luck when it comes to procedures. 8 energy can bring in all types of energies, soulmate energies, soulmate energies for some, energies that invite you to have deeper connections with those around you. Your soulmate is not just one being in this whole entire existence. You are your soulmate technically, and your experience is your soulmate. You have some type of a bind to this experience, and that is a relationship, and that is your soul. So wherever you are in life, you are living with your soulmate. It's important for you to understand your fate. For some of you, that's what's coming in. That's interesting. For some of you, you could be exploring your fate and your soul's calling, because that's your soulmate energy. It's expressed in different ways in your life, not just in what we call the romantic connections, sentimental things. But for some of you, you could be pulled to soulmate energy in relationships. So you could be feeling very connected to those around you. You could be feeling very attached to those around you. You could be feeling like, these are my people. For some of you, you could be in very soul tribe energy, or whatever you call that, or whatever you mean by that, but it is a frequency. You are on the frequency that makes you feel good. 8 energy can bring in little accidents and big accidents, little boo-boos and big boo-boos, so being cautious, because 8 energy does invite that type of energy as well. 8 energy does invite court procedures. It's very related to Saturn energy, so court procedures, higher level commitments, higher level engagements, documents, very legal, for some of you, very mundane energy. It could feel very heavy for some. There could be some type of procedure, some type of a work that you're working on, and it feels very like you have to be meticulous. It's like tedious work. For some of you, you could be doing something that makes you like really have to like pay attention. It's like really like dissecting information and reading through a lot of information for some of you, or writing a lot of information, or researching or notating. For some of you, it could be some type of supervisor or manager, or it be in some type of HR role or admin role, where you need to really work with your right not your right brain. Maybe it's for some you do work a lot with your right brain, you're more artistic. For others, you're working a lot with your left brain, a lot of logic and thinking and numbers and organizing things. 1351 was on the clock when I said that, and 1351, that is technically 1351. That's technically not 11 energy, but I wanted to say 11 energy, even though it's 10. There's some type of a completion of a cycle for some type of success. You're completing some project because you need to. For some, something is due, but you have success. And for some of you, there's been a lot of people talking, or a lot of people want something one way or another. I'm seeing people working in an office. For some of you, some can work in real estate, or in some type of property management company, or some work in a company that owns other companies. You have a portfolio of companies. For some you can work for a private investor, or you could be a private investor. Take it how it resonates. But there's a lot of it makes my ear really itchy. There's a lot of talking. Actually, now both ears are very itchy. There's a lot of talking in a situation. Someone needs to listen to a lot of people, a lot of different inputs. Maybe for some you get overly stimulated. For some spirit may be inviting you to cleanse your energy, because you work with a lot of people. There's a lot of talkers in a situation. They're Jack of Spades energy. Not to say that these people are mean spirited per se, more that everybody wants their way in a situation. I'm getting Five of Wands energy, but I'm getting it in the spirit of the Divine Tarot, which brings in the story of the brothers who are constantly bickering and fighting, but they're always together. For some of you, this could be a community, this could be a work situation, it could be like a family in your work situation, but there is a lot of fighting, a lot of and eventually that does cause state of disease, because there's a lot of like contrarieties in a situation. I am seeing the Nine of Diamonds in the Esoterico Tarot. So for some of you, there are a lot of contrarieties and contradicting forces that are causing delays in a situation. Nine of Diamonds energy. I'm seeing a Queen of Spades. So there's an older female involved in a situation that is either protecting this energetically for some, or this being is Queen of Diamonds. I did feel her as a little bit of a suspect. 1616 on the clock. You do have a female that doesn't have your best interest in mind. For someone that you see not too far from where you live, this person comes to see you. Queen of Diamonds energy, you will be having some type of a visual. She wants to pop out of nowhere with a lady that doesn't have your best interest in mind. For some, this is an older female. For some, this energy has been very present. This person wants to come talk to you about something. That's how it's coming in. But this person suffers from anxiety. This person suffers from a few different things. I'm seeing Eight of Spades energy, and it's been very present for some. There's a woman or a group of women, take it how it resonates, but this person may want to be the head honcho in some type of situation, but this person doesn't have good intentions, unfortunately. This person could be a supervisor of some sort, something about a cohort, something about an experiment. This isn't a work situation for some. I feel it. This is very, very present. For some, you have a work. There's a well-meaning female. Again, you're dealing with a lot of people for some. A lot of talking. Jesus. For some of you, there's a work situation here for a daughter, a friend, or a sister. Queen of Hearts energy is your daughter, your friend, or your sister, and you have really good or a well-meaning female around you. Take it how it resonates. This could be in a work situation for some, but again, you get a lot of people. For some of you, there's a sister, a friend, or a daughter who's going to get really good news concerning a work situation. Or for some of you, you could be communicating with a female about a significant amount of money, and she's a well-meaning female. This energy has been present for some. It was also present in the preliminary read, 1754. Those numbers could be significant for some, but Spirit's asking to multiply that. For some of you, could be waiting on some type of money, and 1754, if you multiply that, you may get the result of what this woman's going to help you with. But this woman is a well-meaning woman for some. This is in a work situation, or this has to do with a significant amount of money. And for some of you, Jack of Spades, Spirit did give us. For some of you, oh Jesus, Bombay Gut. This energy was present in the preliminary read, and I wasn't sure if it was going to come in, but Spirit did give it to us even last night. For some of you, you could be hearing from an ex or someone you used to have some type of connection with. This person's not a good person. They don't have your best intentions in mind. When the Jack of Spades comes in with the King of Clubs, it's it could speak to a few things. It could speak to, again, a group of gentlemen who don't necessarily the way it's feeling, it's someone in an organization. For some people in an organization who don't necessarily, it's not that they don't have your best interest in mind, it's that they have their best interest in mind. That's it. For others, there's an ex that may be trying to contact a sister or a friend or your daughter. For some of you, you can have a child with someone that you're not with, and there's those delays. Nine of Diamonds energy. So they may not, for some of you, either, okay, I'm getting a few different things. Here we go with the I'm gay energy. For some of you, there's someone that may be wanting to announce that they're gay, or you could have had an ex who was not necessarily truthful about 1929 on the clock, who was not necessarily really truthful about their interests or their interests in people. This person could have a daughter or could have a child, or you have a child with this person. Someone feels very messy, my lovies, to be quite frank. This person's involved with people that don't have your best interest in mind and don't have his best interest in mind for some. And this could affect a daughter, a sister, or a friend, but I'm getting strong daughter for some. But you're going to be hearing from this man. There's going to be some type of delay. This person can try to take you into some type of procedure. This man is not an honest man, my lovies, I have to say. For some, this is an ex. For some, if you're getting to know somebody, I would be cautious, but it feels like for some, it's more an ex that wants to show up. For others, it's people in your work. They're not necessarily, again, like they don't wish you bad. They just want everybody to do their work, but they also want their way in a situation. But it's not to say that they're bad people. Something about translation software. Here we go with Deeple. For some of you, you can work with computers. You can do customer service over the phone or over the internet. I'm getting people that work from home for some. Did we even get to cut it? I think we did. I think we did, my lovies. Yeah, we did. For some, this man, the way he affects you, he could really play with your mind quite a bit. The way it's feeling is, for some, you have an ex. Male or female, take it how it resonates. 2115, but for some, it is a male. For some, you have an ex who plays with your mind. And they're not okay. I'm getting 8 of Spades. Someone could be very stressed. They could be very depressed. They could be going through health issues for some. Or for some, there's a hospital visit in the field, because I'm getting a King of Spades with the 8 of Spades. For some of you, work situation. For some, work is at the forefront of your energy at this particular time. I saw it at 2138, 2141. Any of those numbers could be significant for some. 21 is celebrations. For some, they could be getting ready to celebrate something in a work situation. I'm getting like a work party or some type of a quarterly bonus for some. Some work is going really well. It feels like some are really doing well in a work situation. Like, it's like some shine in a work situation and some enjoy what they do. But there's a lot of talk. It's like, oh my gosh, it makes my ears so itchy. For some, there's a lot of talk in a work situation, but you don't get too caught up in it. Someone's really brilliant. Jesus. Okay. I'm seeing a woman, but take it how it resonates. I'm seeing a very beautiful woman, and I'm not talking about physically per se, although it does come out in the physical. I'm talking about energetically. Someone is just gorgeous on all levels, but someone is a powerhouse. Jesus, we have work chit-chats. Water coolers and chit-chats. A lot of talking, a lot of changes. For some of you, a lot of changes in a work situation. 10 of Diamonds. For some of you, you get to travel. In this present moment, 10 of Spades energy cuts the story. See, for some of you, you're very, very busy. The 310s, 310s opening up right away. Let's see. So the Spades technically cut the story, but I am curious. Yeah, you have some delays in some projects for some. Again, we did see that. Like, a lot of people trying to work together, but it's like the egos need time to let the drama unfold. It's like, if we're not here doing something, you know, for some, it's like those type of work environments where it's like people like, oh my gosh, I have so much work to do. And then if you go in there, like someone with a lot of motivation and like Empress energy or Emperor energy, someone that really owns their reality and they're like very excited, they can get things done really, really quickly. And then the others kind of feel like this jerk, like outshined for some reason, but it's like you're just enjoying what you're doing and you're in flow. You're not trying to delay something to make it look like you're busy. You're just doing what you got to do, and that's all in you. Something's really interesting and curious. But anyways, you got a project that you're going to be very satisfied with when it comes to a work situation. For some of you, you can get to travel when it comes to a work for sin. Something about a misstep. You have to correct a misstep in a work situation for some. But there are changes, or you have to travel maybe an hour away from where you live for a work situation. For some of you, you have to travel about an hour away from where you live or where you stay for some type of money. In this present moment, you're going to have to get up and go, or there's going to be a surprise change in a work situation or in your workflow for some, and it's going to surprise you, but it's all good. Dominant energy, those jacks of spades in a work situation. For some of you, dominant energy is a lot of people that don't necessarily have your best interest in mind. I don't necessarily feel like these are your enemies per se. These are just people that they do it their way, and it's very difficult for them to see it someone else's way. They're caught in their procedures. Jack of Spades energy, a man or a group of men or a group of men and women who don't have your best interests in mind. For some of you, it has to do with that Queen of Spades, an older female. For some of you, you have an ancestral female who protects you from these things. For some of you, there's an ancestor who is rooting for you in a work situation. She's like, honey, we are in this together. You are me and I am you. What we got to do. For some of you, unfortunately, you may have a mother figure who does not have your best interest in mind. I'm wondering what she's looking at. For some of you, you're communicating a lot with an older female or a group of people who don't necessarily have your best interest in mind. 7 of Clubs energy is a lot of text messaging, a lot of emailing, a lot of phone calls. Again, for some of you, you're very in communication. Communication is your thing right now because it has to do with a lot of money and projects and Queen of Diamonds. You're talking to a woman who does. For some of you, you're communicating a lot with a woman who doesn't have your best interest in mind. This woman insists for some you're texting a lot with an ex, or you're texting a lot with someone who or communicating a lot with a woman who again, it's an older female for some, but take it how it resonates. Someone in her 40s. This person could be mad at your projects or the changes, or for some of you, you could be moving away from an ex, and this person is really insisting on communicating and dragging on a process or slowing something down for you. Queen of Diamonds is a woman who does not have your best interest in mind. For some, this could be someone's ex. Again, for some, this could be if your significant other is a man that you're just getting to know. For some, I would be cautious because there's still a woman that he's still, for some reason, energetically committed to and tied to and giving energy to, and in part he's sacrificing you. That's how you have to see it. That's how I see it, because it's energy. If this person is giving this person some type of attention, someone that doesn't have your best interest in mind, I think that shows you a lot about energetically the loyalty. It's very important, my lovies, because again, this person, for some of you, there's a visit from a woman who doesn't have your best interest in mind. For others, you could be visiting a mother figure who's not too far from where you live. But this woman, for some of you, you may have a mother figure or a grandmother who's around some medics or around some people that don't have their best interest in mind. The Queen of Spades can also represent you as an older female. If you are, 45, 50 years of age or older, single, widowed, or divorced, or just an older female. For some of you, you could be working as an older female to try to get something done. Oh, Jesus, there it is. For some, there's an older female attempting to get something done that has to do with her health. But again, there are some people, I would always, for some, especially when dealing with health situations, I would try to get some type of a second advice, because for some of you, you have people that they have their best interests in mind. It's not to say that you won't necessarily make out okay, but they have their best interest in mind. It's important to keep that in mind, especially when you're dealing with medics and your health. I mean, I think so, right? Because they have their best interest in mind. So if there's something, for example, a medication that they want to put you on that may not even help you, but they may get a really high commission, and there's a chance it may help you, but there's also a chance it may screw you over. They're like, you know what, let's just take the chance, right? That's how it is, my lovies. That's what's coming in. For some, take what resonates. For some of you, you will be getting a visit from a brother, a friend, or a son. But for some of you, being cautious with this brother, this friend, or this son, because this energy has also been present. For some, you have a brother, a friend, or a son who is either dealing with a lot of people that don't have his best interest in mind, or this person does not have your best interest in mind. For this is someone that you communicate with a lot. For some of you, this is a brother, or this is a friend, or someone you consider a brother or a friend. For some of you, this female is trying to block a situation for you, 9 of Spades. Or for some of you, you will be hearing that your brother or your friend is blocked in some situation, or they can't travel for some reason. For some of you, there's some type of an invitation that is currently blocked, 8 of Hearts energy, something that's going to surprise you. But for some of you, there's something that can be unblocked by you taking some type of travel to go and talk to an older female. There's a Jack of Clubs. For some of you, there's an invitation from someone that likes to dress well, likes to look good, likes to smell good, likes to take care of themselves. Could be a little immature, 29, 37. The numbers 29 or 37 could be significant for some. I also caught the number 38, but the number 28 is coming in. This could be a 28-year-old for some. For some of you, you could be dating. For some of you, you could be dating someone who's 28 or around that age. But again, I don't know, my lovies. For some, this person's too close to this other being. This person could also be, for some of you are dating somebody. This person could be dating other people. Dating, whatever that means to you. I don't, nowadays, my lovies, your sister friend, I don't know. Je sais pas. Spirit will show me one day. Whatever dating means to you, it looks like someone is out here doing something with multiple people for some. I don't know if that's someone that's worthy of dating an empress or an emperor, because this person is quite immature in their soul, and in their goals. 30, 34 could be significant for some. The number 30, the number 34. And this person also keeps around someone who's messy, who is trying to block a situation. So dating, I don't know. I don't know, my lovies, but they want to invite you somewhere. There's anger. That's what it felt like. It doesn't feel good. This person's messing around with a messy person trying to block a situation. Anger. These are the type of people that will bring drama your way, my lovies. Why would you want to do this? They have no, for me, I don't know. A hidden enemy. For some of you, there's someone that has someone that, again, you're dating someone, or you're dating multiple people or something, but there's a female trying to block something for you with anger. And this man talks a lot to this female, but he barely talks to you as much as he talks to her. So that already tells you kind of like where the pecking order is. This is someone that, it's either like someone knows someone for a long time, and they have a really hard time getting rid of this toxic connection, because this person doesn't even have psychological deflection. Someone could be very traumatized by this bond, and so they have some type of trauma bond happening. But I don't know, my lovies. King of Swords energy, Libra energy. He's saying he's decided. This is someone from his past. 6 of Cups. This person hides this. Chariot. What is this? Guilt, remorse, regret. Something you don't see. This person's confused. They think they have a lot of options, but they feel used by these options. King of Wands. This person, again, for someone may not know if they're straight or if they're not. Take it how it resonates. Here we have a Queen of Swords as well. Someone that sees through something, but someone's also messing with another man. He's messing with someone who's messing with another man, and then he's messing with other people. This is a mess. 5 of Swords, a bunch of competitions, envious people, hurting people, not caring if they get away with it or not get away with it, or what they want to do. They've been strategizing on inviting somebody. They've been thinking about this for a long time, but they're guilty. For some, this person may not see that you're with somebody else, or that you're about to be. Because just like this person decided in the past to move forward with a Queen of Diamonds who didn't have their best interest in mind, who caused confusion in their life and kept them in some type of guilt, remorse, regret, and shame. It looks like there's a Leo here showing up that someone really likes, or a fire sign, or if it's not a fire sign, it's someone really, really spicy. Cancer energy, Pisces energy I am getting. Someone's going to be angry because they're going to find out something. It's like, you're angry, honey. You're angry. Because the chapter is closed. For some, I don't know. They wanted to propose. This person is joking. They're not going to get their wish fulfillment. Or for some of you, the wish fulfillment in the reverse. Wishful thinking, dream state. Someone's being overly ambitious, it feels like, in a situation. Someone could be very overly ambitious because they were unjust. Balance in the reverse. They were also thinking of how to get out of some type of a commitment or a marriage, or they were unjust in a situation. For some of you, someone wants to communicate from your past about some type of an injustice made in a legal procedure or some type of procedure. For some of you, being cautious with medical procedures. It's not the right time. Especially if it has to do with fertility, being very cautious because you're not necessarily going to get what you want. Take what resonates. We're getting a few different energies. There's a messy pregnancy here for some. Just being cautious. For some, there's going to be something coming in very quickly for you. For some of you, you have a few people that want to reach out from your past. For some, you may have already decided to be with somebody. Or for some, there's someone who's consulting with their mother about something that happened in the past. But there's confusion. This woman may not see all of the details of a situation. For some of you, you could be trying to talk to a mom about a situation, but this woman doesn't have all of the details. So it's something to keep in mind. For some, it's not to say that your mother doesn't necessarily have your best interest in mind, but she did come out with a Jack of Spades. For some of you, you want to discuss something about love, or you want to get advice from a mother figure when it comes to love. But I don't think this woman has all of the details. There's something that's missing. Maybe it's because you're omitting something. Maybe it's because this person doesn't necessarily want to see something. For some of you, there could be a mother that wants to hold on to you or hold on to your brother, I am getting for some. So this person by force may, again, it goes back to that whole going to see a doctor and they getting a huge commission out of something. They don't necessarily want to hurt you, but if the commission sounds good and there's not too much of a risk, you know, it's like a 30-70 risk, they'll take the risk on you. They're like, okay, try that medication. What's the worst that can happen? Here we have some type of prison, a mental prison or a sickness or some type of state of disease for some. Someone's really worried for some. 36:57 was on the clock. They want to try to rush in. They can't sleep. They're angry. And here we have a lady. For some of you, there's somebody who's shady. Someone was sleeping around with a lady who's nuts. She doesn't sleep, she's depressed, and she wants to rush in to talk to somebody. I don't recommend her doing that because she is not doing okay. A Pisces, psychologically, this woman is not okay. This woman wants to try to be somebody's lover even after he moves on. Someone's going to have to be very, very strong. But I'm getting Emperor energy for some. Here we have the Empress. She wants to try to attack an Empress, somebody's divine counterpart. I don't think it's a good idea. From the start, Spirit saying someone could have been very envious of somebody for a long time. Bombay good, my lovies. Eventually, this person's gonna be blocked out. For some, you can have an ex that's trying to like hex your mom or trying to manipulate your mom in some way. I'm getting the name Tom. But again, this woman is not even an ex. This is someone you were just with for sex or for convenience or for luxuries or superficialities or something. That's how it's coming in, my lovies. What could you do? What could you say? What could you do? What could you say? What could you do? Something about wanting to sue somebody. Because for some, there's slandering and libeling in the field. Queen of Hearts energy. A sister, a friend, or a daughter. For some of you, you have family members that I would not trust. For some of you, family members that I would not trust. The family, the home, the couple. For some of you, you could have someone inviting people over to your house to have a conversation. For some of you, King of Hearts energy. A lot of people over. For some of you, you can be having a lot of people over your home. For some of you, a father, a mother. For some of you, you have strong ancestors that protect you. We felt that. They will never neglect you. That's how it's coming in. But for some of you, being very cautious who you call your friends, because 3 Queens is gossip. 3 Queens is also being very prudent with the friends that you have, because you don't have, I don't see it here, my lovies. I see people that have their own interests in mind. I don't see friendships here. They live in fear. For some of you, 2 sevens, a lot of communication. We did feel that. 3 jacks, a lot of strong discussions. We did feel that. We have 2 8s. Soulmate energy is in your field for some. For some, you even have someone that's envious because you found your soulmate. That's how it's coming in. For some of you, 2 9s, you got a little bit of money coming in. 2 7s again, a lot of communication. 1 ace. That's about it, my lovies. All right, something about a disgrace. Here we have the 7 of diamonds. So let's start with the Jack of spades. No, Spirit says 7 of diamonds. 3947 was on the clock. Those numbers could be significant for some. 7 of diamonds. Let's clarify, shall we? Oh, Jesus. Okay. It has to do with your father or your significant other or well-meaning man for some of you. There are changes. 10 of diamonds energy. For some of you, someone's angry because you have to move. For some of you, you could be angry because there are big changes when it comes to a situation. For some of you, anger with a supposed sixter. A sixter. She's a sixter. She's a sixter. She's a sick sister. For some of you, you have a sick sister or a sick friend or a sick daughter around you. But she's coming in as a sick sister. Someone that pretends to be your sister or something like that. I don't know. 7 of diamonds. This person is angry because there's some really good news in the field for you. For some of you, anger when it comes to a sister, a friend, or a daughter who is not happy about some good news that you will be getting that will allow you to change a situation. Change the nation. For some of you, you could be angry with your daughter. Why? Here we have a communication with someone new. For some of you, there's a well-meaning new person in your field, a friend, a daughter, or a sister that's helping you with some type of money. For some of you, there's not a daughter, but she could have a daughter. For some of you, there's a well-meaning woman that's going to help you with some money. For some of you, these blocks, you have joy. Something's going to be unblocked very quickly. You have some changes concerning administrative paperwork. There was a female trying to block concerning a lot of money for some. For some, there could have been something wrong with something where you live, paperwork, document, leasing documents I am getting. For some of you, there was a woman trying to block a situation when it came to some type of document that you were waiting on, administrative paperwork that you were waiting on. But you're going to get really good news very quickly. It's going to make you very happy. You're going to be able to have some whatever change, whatever move you were trying to make, it's going to happen because it's fate, Spirit saying. Here we have this Queen of Diamonds. We'll clarify her, even though she's cloudy. For some of you, this is someone in a work situation. For some of you, there's a Queen of Diamonds. When the Queen of Diamonds and the Nine of Clubs come out together, there's a woman in a work situation for some. The Spirit was giving us something in meditation and preparation earlier today. Spirit was giving us my first manager at Verizon who hired me and was my manager for quite some time. And how this woman operated. This woman was very about her business. So much so that this woman rose to whatever title she has now. I'm not sure. But this woman got a lot of accolades for her work and her performance. And she did a lot. She got to change a lot and grow a lot in the company. But it was, I would never want her as an enemy. She wasn't mine. She took me, she was like, you were like my right hand and for a while. And she was, it was just interesting. But for some, you could be in some situation like that where there's a woman that she may be delaying a situation. She may be very I'm getting the word deciphering. She wants to decipher something. She wants to decode something. This person is like very Queen of Swords. This person thinks very with logic, and that's okay. She's not necessarily too much in her feelings. It's not to say that she doesn't have feelings. It's more, the Queen of Swords is very intelligent because they analyze things. It's not necessarily like a Queen of Cups that goes off of emotion and intuition. This person is very logic and thinking, and this one's not to be burned. She's the only queen with a weapon. So for some of you, this is a powerful person in a work situation that could really help you if you, it's like, but this person needs you to be dedicated to her, to your work, not necessarily to her per se. That's how she's saying it. She's like, I don't care if you're dedicated to me. It's more just do your work and I'll help you shine. And this person will really, you will be in her inner circle. However, if you're not in her inner circle, that's when things get a little bit complicated for some. For some, you could be being very, very watched by someone at work. It could go really, really well if she likes what she sees, or it could go really, really terribly if she doesn't like what she sees. That's something to consider. The letter C could be significant because it ended at that. But there are delays here. For some of you, there could also be a problem with a coworker. Being cautious, because in the long run, for some, there may be a drama with a coworker, and someone's going to need to like mediate. Just making sure that you've been doing everything the right way, whatever that means, my lovies. Because for some, there's a foreseeable issue in the future, and there's going to be a very discerning woman involved. You want to be on the right side of that argument if you care about your job. That's all I'm saying, my lovies. All right, these Jacks of Spades, what do y'all want, lovies, subbies, movies? These are new people for some, or people that want to reconcile. For some of you, you may have people that you haven't talked to in a while. That energy has been present who would like to reconcile. For some of you, it's this sister. It could be siblings. It could be two sisters and a brother. Because they got good news, or you're going to get good news. But again, I don't necessarily trust these energies too much, my lovies. They're going to communicate with you. They want to send you some type of message, but they're worried. 8 of Spades. They can also tell you that a brother's not doing okay. For some, if you have an estranged brother, you will have joy in this situation no matter what, but someone's very worried. You have a bunch of siblings or friends that are very, very worried to communicate with you when it comes to money, because they could have stolen from you and they think you don't know. But they're worried, and one is sick. One is worried sick. For some of you, you have a brother who's played with black magic on you to affect your emotions, to affect your dreams, your ambitions, and your motivations. 4609 was on the clock, but you're gonna get good news about this. For some of you, again, it's up to you. The 8 of Spades with the Jack of Spades, it's not my favorite. For some of you, Spirit insists you're going to have joy about these worries. There's going to be changes. But the 8 of Spades and the Jack of Spades, it's not my favorite. It speaks to black magic for some. And it went over the brother. So for some of you, your brother can dabble. You'd be surprised. Mine does. For some of you, there's some type of a reconciliation, or you could be hearing that there's a birth of a child. But in this present moment, for some, worries. 8 of Spades energy. For some of you, again, I don't know, with this Jack of Spades and this 8 of Spades. For some of you, these are people you do want to talk to, though, because they're very chatty. This has to do with a legal procedure or a medical procedure for some. And for some of you, someone can tell you that a baby is being born or was recently born. You will be getting communication. You will be getting news. Boom. For some of you, there's a child that needs to visit a hospital. I was getting that. Spirit's bringing us back to that in the meditation and preparation for this. For some of you, there's a child that is going to be hospitalized, and it has the family worried, but because heavy karma is falling on a child, there needs to be a face-to-face. 4729 on the clock for some, and there will be success. You will get news, but for some of you, this has to do with envy. 2 aces is envy in a situation, and malice. For some of you, there's a little bit of a work situation with an older female or a mother figure. Take that how it resonates. Okay, my lovies. Bomba écoute. Bomba écoute. We did want to work with the tarot today, my lovies, because I mean, we already have been, but Spirit kept showing us the Hermit. Virgo energy, September. The wisdom that you acquire through your soul's journey. The band journey could be significant for some. I'm seeing the album cover. For some of you, there's an unexpected pregnancy that's going to have you hibernating. That's how it's coming in. Or someone around you, take it how it resonates. It's a boy. Jesus. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm Jesus. Oh my gosh. Oh my Jess. Oh my Jess. Oh my Jess. Something about Jess. The Emperor. We felt Empress, Emperor energy quite present. Emperor. Aries energy. I'm getting family traditions. Jeez. Established structres, family traditions. This could be a father figure or a strong masculine in your life. For some of you, again, that whatever, a good match for you is in your field. For some, twin flame, soulmate, take it how it resonates, but it's in your field. For some, a very strong match. Someone that you could even have a telepathic bond with, that you feel very connected to. This person could have lied to you, or you could have lied to an emperor. Take it how it resonates. But something, I keep getting that word fate. It was fated. It's fated. It had to happen. It had to happen that way because something was jaded, or someone was jaded, and so they had to go through some type of a very difficult initiation. 10 of Swords energy, packed with betrayals and lies and being stabbed in the back left and right. For some of you, someone, whatever they do for work, again, for some can shine quite a bit, can be very well respected in your craft, whatever it is you do, but it provokes demons. It makes people feel insecure before you. For some of you, because again, you shine a lot, but you don't let it, for some of you, you don't let it get to you. We have the 10 of Swords with the Spirit saying the 6 of Cups. It's your destiny. It's, for some of you, it's you think about your children quite a bit, or you think about your legacy, or you think about, again, your soul energy. For some of you, someone could be very nostalgic about the past when they stood their ground to betray you. For some of you, you can have a father figure who is very guilty about how stubborn they were, or how immature they were when it came to communication. For some of you, you will be getting communication from someone, or a few people. Again, I'm getting a few people in a situation. This could be old co-workers. These could be people that you used to work with in an organization, in a very well-established organization. For some, this could have to do with the construction industry. For some of you, this could have to do with old industries. I mean, it could have to do with a little bit of technology, but I mean, more in like industrial technology. I'm getting like automating processes. For some, you could have worked with like automating processes, because I'm seeing how you code into machines to have them automate some type of process. When I worked with Sandvik, I got to study quite a bit. That's where I learned SAP. And which is for anyone who ever cares about making a significant amount of money, managing complex systems, I would take an SAP certification course if you can find a way to pay for it. And if Spirit says you can do it, you'll find a way. Some are either interested in that, or you worked in that. Take it how it resonates. There was a painful ending in a situation where someone felt betrayed. It's so curious, because it's like they quickly got up and went into something else. It's like, I feel betrayed, and then it's like going from someone. For someone, whatever they do for work, or whatever they do, because I'm getting 6 of Cups energy. This could be something, a soul agreement that they have, or something that makes their heart feel like they have a heart. They do have a heart, but like somebody's like a veteran, or there's a veteran in a family, or there's somebody that went through some type of like, someone's a decorated officer, or someone got recognized for all of their betrayals. Like they got recognized for their betrayals, or they got recognized for what they did, or for the war they went through. Spirit said that we were going to work with La Baraja. I didn't want to make it that long today. 53:37, but we'll see. It's sent from heaven. Ten of Cups, family, love, star energy, Aquarius energy, Queen of Wands, and the Devil. For some in Aquarius season in January, someone went into some type of a relationship. An Emperor went into a relationship or some type of commitment with a Queen of Wands who he felt was a very shiny object of some sort. This person turned out to be the Devil. It was a very toxic union and choice that someone made that left them in a Virgo and left them in Hermit because they took a foolish risk that made them sick and made them try to think about why they did the things they did. They want some type of judgment now, where they were under judgment for their choice. Again, take what resonates. Someone was doing sex magic on someone. Now they want to choose to close out a chapter successfully, which they will. They're sneaking away. They're sneaky ways. They're trying to get away with this. Oh my gosh. They don't see how if they communicate in the right way, they will be successful when it comes to a new path, because they lacked judgment when it came to betraying someone and trying to be competitive, trying to put someone in competition. I don't know about this Emperor. Maybe they've evolved. Because they didn't see how they lacked judgment when it came to an enemy, a hidden enemy of somebody who was just competing. This Queen of Wands is persistent. They didn't see how someone was chasing them down, not because they loved them or because they cared or because they felt a connection, but more because they were competing with somebody else. That's sad. They were competing for sex. They had someone, oh my gosh, they were competing and they were angry with an earth angel. They wanted someone to feel rejected, so they worked hard, and now they're in some type of, they wanted someone to be worried, depressed, but now she's depressed, and she was also this other man here who she wants to offer something to, but now there's heartbreak because she just looks like a messy person, because she is. Because she couldn't control her envy. Some people, you know, it's curious to me. It's really curious to me how some people, I've seen them ruin their relationships over demons and competition. It's like, dang, you're gonna lose a good man or a good woman. You're with somebody, someone that's worthy. They're depressed. It's like, dang, to compete with somebody, like, dang, to compete with somebody over, oh my gosh, it's all being exposed. This person feels ashamed because they're being exposed. This person could have cheated on her man to be with this other jerk who was trying to put her in competition as well. Something's messy. Messy. They can't that's how it feels. They can't even show their faces. They try to get away with like a one-night stand or just like a fling or something. But then this Emperor became hooked, thinking that maybe there was love here. But this woman didn't give a shit about him. She just wanted to compete with somebody else. Spirit said to clarify with this. The judgment, the lack of judgment on a King of Hearts. The King of Hearts, a man had lack of judgment as to what would have been right for his life. Because judgment is you having some type of a clear vision of, I have to come to Jesus. I have to have some type of a renewal in my life. Someone was at a point where they needed to have a strong renewal in their life, and they chose the wrong shit. This is someone was trying to pick a wife. Certainly, Spirit is saying they chose the wrong thing. They were trying to hide this as well. Someone was being sneaky. They were being a liar. This person, part of their test is to speak with the best. Here we have Gemini energy, all the fixed signs, Scorpio, Phoenix energy, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. They don't see how they could have success in some in some type of communication if they communicate appropriately. This person has a difficult time being honest because they weren't honest in the past. So of course, someone that's half sane will ask questions like, so what happened? Where you been? They've been with a queen of diamonds. They've been with a sleazeball that doesn't have their best interest in mind, who was blocking a situation in this present moment. There's some type of an invitation. This person wants to try to re-invite somebody, a gentleman. This person's also with another man. And there's anger here. It's like, shame. Such a shame. Some people are just messy. This person wants to choose love now. They want to choose real love. They want to try to communicate. They may come in flirty. Here we have, they want to choose, now they're a King of Cups, Strength energy, Leo energy, Scorpio energy here, Hierophant, Taurus energy. They want to marry somebody. They want to marry someone who they also find very attractive. They've been trying to strategize because there's somebody else who finds this woman. Somebody's very attractive and she's trying to hold back. Or someone is holding back because there's a lot of people watching somebody. There's also a lot of people gossiping about a situation or trying to talk about someone. There's a lot of communication to come for some. You're going to be finding out that there was a wife that cheated on her husband with another man because she was in competition with another woman. And here we have a Three of Swords. She cheated with a King of Swords. What a fucking jerk. No offense. Over competition and money. Ace of Swords, it is the truth that this woman's now trying to act like she needs to protect herself. Liar. She's the devil. She fell into some type of temptation. Capricorn energy. She was also obsessed with a Scorpio or obsessed with competing with another woman. And it's all being seen. Someone became obsessed with a woman. Jesus. There's a bunch of people here. For some, there's a lot of suitors waiting to take their chance. For some, you have you could be looked at as a very beautiful person, but you're holding back. For some of you, you could be holding back from reconciling with a few people who have some wicked belief systems in a situation, but they want to apologize and they see your value. For some of you, you could have some type of, for some, there's someone who's healing from a very toxic connection here. There's a woman who's going to end herself in some type of, this person's not doing okay psychologically. Because she has a lot. I couldn't live like this, my lovies. I would have to confess this to your husband or your partner. This person could have a son. A son is coming in, or a child, or two children, because I'm getting in the Tarot of the Divine, the Two of Pentacles brings in a mom with two children, juggling two children. This person could be financially suffering. There's a child here. There's an Empress in the reverse here. Someone married someone for some who's a mess. Someone married someone who they can have a child with, but this person is not nurturing. She's the Empress in the reverse. This is not nurturing, not loving, manipulative, uses their divine feminine energy it's an energy vampire, to harness the energy of others. For some, there's some type of union here, and for some, there was gossip about all of this, or people are talking about all of this. For some of you, there is gossip, or someone is a liar as well. For some of you, there's someone picked someone to be in some type of union with who is a liar. She's a liar and she's envious of another woman who she was competing with. And so she chose to take some type of risk and sleep with a man that she had no business sleeping with, especially because she was with another good man. What the hell is wrong with you? She is not having a fun time. She fell into some type of a toxic extreme, broad destruction, all over envy. All over envy. Do you see what that makes you do, my lovies? All over envy. Someone's under judgment by the divine for her stupid time. She did all of this wasted time. You know how many people in the world, it's like you can go find a hobby to help people or do some other shit. I don't know. This is what you choose to do with your fucking time? Envy somebody, stalk somebody, worry about somebody, and then on top of that, not just stalk somebody, then put things into place to try to harm people's lives. Pretend like if you're in some type of union, but also go and screw somebody over, screw with somebody, just so you can try to get under somebody else's skin. Mind you, they're a real empress. You can't get under their skin with this type of bullshit. Maybe you should fucking learn. Something about let it burn. This person has had, I don't know, something weird's coming in. She has a burn. And I'm talking about burning the private parts. Messy people. Shameful people. I'm just reading the energies, my lovies. I'm just feeling the energies, reading the energies. There was a lot of heartbreak in this situation. Gossipers, mean-spirited people that do mean-spirited things and then act like they're the fucking victims of a situation. They turned a whole community on somebody. That's how it's coming in. Someone also wanted to come in and turn a whole community on someone to attack them. Justice for the Queen of Cups. Someone gets justice in this situation. Divine justice. Justice is saying the Queen of Cups is not guilty in this situation. Because what are we talking about here? That's what it feels like. For some, there was a slander, community, gossip, lies told on somebody just to affect some type of union. Ain't that some crazy shit? That tells you how powerful this union is. Just to make someone feel burdened. Just to make someone feel burdened. And guess what divine justice says? Return to sender. Now you get to, divine justice says, now you get to live through what you try to put somebody through. Because this person is a star and they get to heal now. Energy warfare, the whole kit and the caboodle. They are the sun energy, Leo energy, seeing clearly. Trying to figure out some type of balance, wanting to communicate, having telepathy, Here we have a 3 of Swords, ambitions, moving away to High Priestess. This is a High Priestess in the upright. They made a poor choice with a psychopath. And I told you, the Queen of Swords in the reverse. This Queen of Swords in the reverse who made poor choices in her life, who wants to pretend like she has to protect herself because she wanted somebody else to feel rejected. And so she tried to turn all of her magic to have somebody feel outcasted, rejected, harassed, all types of shit. This person's going to have to live through some shit. She's a liar. The Queen of Swords in the reverse is a psychopath. It's like the King of Swords in the reverse. Liars, manipulators, out of touch with reality. This could be an older female for some. But she made a wrong choice. She made the wrong choice to try to come up against this person. She had no business in doing this. Except for her envy. And her sneaky ways. This woman could be 46. It's like you haven't fucking learned shit. She has weird pathologies, Pisces energy, psychopath, about being greedy, about being someone's wife. It's like, my lovey, to do what? To poison someone's soul? You're the type of spouse that would fucking poison someone's food so that you can get insurance money. You're wicked and mean. Pretending that she was in love or having backed by family, wanting to shine, and now this woman, all that she can do is not sleep. Because there's a man who's waking up from her devilish ways. And he's taking some type of distance from her because she's fucking mean. And it's ended. It's over. Scorpio energy, death energy. Mean people. Mean spirits. It's like, why would you do that? Why would you play these types of games? It makes no effing sense. I'm trying to, it's funny because like in my soul, truth and union, again, I'm channeling the energies, but in my soul, I'm like trying to like look for like, I'm like a reason as to why someone would do something like this. Like I'm really trying to like empathize with this energy because this is fucking nuts. Here we have this man who sees the truth. There's a gentleman or someone's ex-partner or they're about to be ex-partner who sees the truth about them. They want to speak some truth as well. There's a procedure. These people could have signed documents together, some type of a legal document together. But this man sees the truth and he wants this thing to be over. Because I would want it to be over. I don't blame him. Very quickly, this man is over this. He's over it. He's like, nah, I'm good. He's seeing things. I'm seeing the hanged person. This person felt stuck for a while because, again, somebody was even playing with black magic. This person would tell any lie. She doesn't care. She would tell any lie. A high priestess. She was playing with black magic on an emperor. But there's an emperor who's also a high priest. So he can feel it. So something was telling him to wake up. But he was being stubborn in his soul for some reason. It happens. Soul energy, Six of Cups energy. This could have to do with children, but there's a new beginning. There's 3 children in the field for some. Someone's very nostalgic about something or someone from their past, or there's a soulmate energy that they have some type of bind with or a connection. The number 8 could be significant, but the number 8 and the number 6 is the number 14, which is someone trying to liberate themselves because they're in a 5 of Cups. They feel very, very weighed down by this situation. They feel like they were disloyal for not offering something to someone else or doing something else or taking a different path. Now they're trying to figure out their money because the community or money is involved in this as well, because there could have been financial support, and they are fighting with this woman. They were conflicted about this, or this woman is fighting, or there's a mother figure involved as well who sees this fighting. Or they fought off somebody who just told them the truth about something. In the past, they could have tried to, like, there was a woman who came in, or a female. There's, 5 energy. We did say 5. We felt that coming out. But it's a 5 of Wands. What did we say about the 5 of Wands, actually? There it is. 109:56 was on the clock. There was a woman who had judgment, and someone didn't like it. It made them mad. So this was almost like revenge. Oh my gosh, who the hell is this? An Emperor in the reverse and Queen of Wands in the reverse. So fudgesicles. Who are going to get charged with karma. Something that someone didn't see. There was a woman who felt something was off. Oh my gosh, these people are going to go through some shit. And there's a new opportunity here. There are 2 people who are going to lose their marbles. There's a woman, again, who controls things with sex. Who is very manipulative, who's a chaser, who's desperate, who's envious, who uses her charm in not the best of ways. And then there's a crooked man here. This could be a crooked boss or a crooked father figure, a narcissistic person. Take that how it resonates. I don't necessarily like to use that phrase. Let's just say someone that's very egocentric, someone that's ego driven, someone that only cares about himself. He doesn't care how he can harm others with his power. He can overstep boundaries. He feels like everything, he has some type of sense of entitlement. This man could be in illegal business deals. This man would do anything, any shady business. He would involve himself in anything. There's a couple who's gonna fall. This is a couple. But he treats this woman as she's just sex. And there's justice here. Then there needs to be a balance. These people are going to go through a tower upside down. That's how it's coming in. And it's going to hit their money. Because they were trying to harm somebody. There was 2 people trying to harm somebody. And they're going to have some type of an unexpected tower. And it's going to hit them in their wallets. Or they were waiting on, they were projecting out some type of I don't know. They were paying for something, or they were projecting something, or they were working on something with the courts. For someone was lying, trying to get a court procedure going, and they don't see how they're going to be seen. Someone thinks they're the smartest crook in the world. Like they got justice involved in something, but they try to pay also for something. Like someone thought they could buy their way through justice because someone has connections. But these people are not seeing that they're under divine judgment, which is above the judicial system. They're not seeing it. They're not seeing how whatever ruling, there's going to be a ruling and they're not going to like it. These people are going to be left upside down. For some, again, there's some type of, there's for a son, someone's son is involved in a situation. The ruling is going to go in the favor of the Empress, of a mother figure or a nurturing female or a loving female who's dropping her burdens, a creative venture. And 7 of Wands energy, Spirit gave it to us earlier, who's standing her ground. Because someone also was seeing, or someone was recording all of the fights that have happened over the last 5 years. Could be significant for some. Spirit's asking me to add the 5 and the 6. Could be the last 11 years. So an 11-year-old could be significant. The last 2 years, Spirit is saying as well. For some, there's a conflict that has, or energetic warfare that a crooked emperor has been trying to unleash on someone for the last 2 years. But someone's seen it. Someone saw it all, including God, including the angels. Someone saw that someone tried to offer them a poisonous gift or something poisonous in the past, but it was really someone offered someone someone's protected by the divine. Someone offered someone, it's like cursing something, charging something up with negative energy and giving it to somebody. That's what someone did. And someone foresaw this. There was an intelligence that told someone this is not okay. Someone charged a gift with negative energy and gave it to somebody. A man. We're coming in, my lovies. It was all part of a plan. What fucking plan? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, my lovies. OM Jesus. OM Jesus. OM Jesus. We don't want this to overheat. We're almost done. 1:15. They have to admit defeat, Spirit saying. 1:15:06. They're gonna have a really intense accident. These people. They could be obsessed with trying to harm somebody or get in someone's field or do something to someone, and Spirit's saying, absolutely not. You can go back to your hellhole that you crawled out of in your soul, all of your depression, all of your lack of discipline. You're not going to affect this earth angel. Every time you come up with a stupid plot, it's unraveled. You're not getting the fucking message that maybe you should stop. At some point, my lovies, I would say, I get it, right? That's why the hunter is important. Everybody has a hunter energy, right? Sometimes you have to say to yourself, it's okay to come home empty-handed. Let's leave this hunt alone. Let's leave this gazelle be. This doesn't look like a gazelle. This looks like a dragon. Someone's trying to catch a gazelle and really they're hunting a dragon. Because while this person's an emperor in the reverse, this is an empress in the upright. And these people are under judgment. All of these people are under judgment, even this being. But the good thing about this being is that she is seeing the truth. This is a judge. She's seeing the truth. She's seeing the conflict. She's seeing the energetic manipulations that someone tried to offer as if it was something innocent, and it wasn't. It was a hexed object. For some, being cautious. Someone tried to give somebody a hexed object to have them in some type of burden. But somebody actually, they turned their back on that. And they rose. And they're heavenly protected. Because they are in love. They're a high priestess. They saw the choices of someone's demonic possession over some type of money or some type of an opportunity that they wanted to manifest. They saw something as some type of a seed that they could plant in someone's field so that they could be a crooked emperor over her empire. Treat her like a hoe. That's how it's treating an empress like a hoe. No, my lovies. I don't think so. I don't think so. No. To be seen as something. Somebody just wanted to be seen as something because all they do is care about luxuries and what things look like. They have no idea about the value energetically of a situation or of a person. They cannot stand their ground. They don't even have the strength to do so. Someone is sick. They need to go and heal because there's a temperance angel present. They need to heal from their anger, from their obsession, from wanting to rush somebody because it's not going to work. They're holding on. They're holding back to a stupid plot of trying to rush and trying to harm somebody. They play with black magic. So tragic. While they think they're a master manifester, someone is a masterful being. Forget about manifesting. They're trying to get away with something. They're trying to rush into somebody or harm somebody. They are really in resent and regret and remorse, and they are obsessed with trying to get away with something to harm someone. If you don't think you're crazy, I have no idea. At this point, me personally, I would check myself in. I was like, they need to seek help from somebody. They need to move away and seek help from somebody. Someone needs to seek help from someone. For some, there's an emperor who protects somebody. There's an emperor who is under judgment because they need to do the right thing. They need to speak their truth in a situation. It is advised that someone get out of their guilt or their remorse, their regret, and their resentment, because they will have triumph if they do this. This is a good man. Truly a good man. Not a liar. I mean, they did lie in the past, but they need to apologize. They need to apologize. They need to come in because they do have sincerity in their heart, but someone's being very stubborn. This could be, again, someone who's very well positioned in an organization, or a business owner, or someone who's just very powerful in whatever it is that they do and in their life. But you need to know also when to apologize for some to your wife, or to your significant other, or to your potential significant other. Somebody try to get away with something and they're trying to get back into somebody's field, and the way that they're doing it, Spirit's saying you're going to be judged. You're not going to be able to manipulate your way back into somebody's life and act like you can only tell half truths. If you truly want to have somebody in your life, you have to tell the whole truth. If not, this person's going to move away, whether it be physically or emotionally. But it's either you put in the effort and you let your guard down and you truly go for that emperor-empress connection, or you don't. You can't be in and out. But somebody has a lot of passion for someone, and someone's passionately going to do the right thing. Good for you, my lovies. That's important. All right, my lovies. Stay well. Stay well. Stay well. Your sister friend loves you and adores you. Loves you and adores you. Your spirit friends love you and adore you. Love you and adore you. Your sister friend loves you and adores you. Loves you and adores you. Your sister friend and your spirit friends. And your sister friend and your spirit friends. In love always, in love always, in love always, and forever.